Am I live? I think I am. What's going on, guys? It's Friday. Welcome to the Film Junkee Vodka stream. Here I am. All right, why is that thing not working? What's going on? Hey, my God. Huh. All right, I gotta wait for that little delay that is there. Hey, there we go. Apparently, Mike G is high as fuck. What's going on, Men in Tights? Stallone, Dark Claw, Hunter Chamberlain. What's going on, guys? Cheers. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. What's going on, guys? Jose, you took the words out of my mouth. Yeah, got the Laker game on right now, and very nice, touching tribute to Kobe Bryant and Gianna Bryant, that they had before the game. Sad stuff, man. Very tragic. But I want to also apologize, guys, because I talked about Kobe Bryant and everything like that on my podcast, and I basically just talked about them, but I didn't mention the other victims. So I also, and if you have a glass, let's not just raise our glasses to Kobe Bryant and Gigi, yeah, but let's also raise our glasses to John Altobelli, his wife Carrie Altobelli, their daughter Alyssa Altobelli, and sorry if I'm screwing up the names, Christina Mauser, Sarah Chester, her daughter Peyton Chester, and then of course the pilot Ara Zabayan. Okay, so obviously Kobe and Gigi, but also the other victims too. So cheers to them. Just very tragic and sad stuff right there, man. So yeah, cheers. It's just very sad. There's a touching. Oh man, they're doing more stuff now. It's halftime. Ouch. Eek. What's going on here? Oh, they're singing. Hold on, guys. If you have the game on, hold on. I want to hear exactly what they're doing here. Sorry about this. I don't even know who that is. They're singing. Oh, it's this song. You guys hear the song? Wow. Heart-wrenching, guys. Jeez. Man. This song right here. Jesus. Is this a song that was in Fast 7? Yeah, that's right. It's the Fast 7 song. I was about to say, I'm like, this is that convenient with the Fast and Furious 9 trailer that just came out today, right? You know? Dang. God. This is why there's no God, guys. This is why there's no God. They take somebody like Kobe Bryant, but they leave somebody like Hillary Clinton or Bill Clinton or Harvey Weinstein or any of those fucking pieces of shit out there. My God, it's crazy. Ooh, yeah, I might get copyrighted. Nah, I'll be all right. It only played for a little bit. If it does, it does. Who cares? Anyways. Ah, man. Crazy stuff, guys. Anyways, what's going on? All right, let's it's just crazy. It's been a weird week. It's been a very strange week, guys. It really has. I mean, if you listen to my podcast, I mentioned I started my new job. And it's going pretty good. What's going to be interesting is next week, because I'm doing field work next week. I actually might not be able to see Birds of Prey on Thursday. So we'll see what happens. Anyways, that's besides the point. Hey, Dave, you see Oscar Isaac Two-Face tweet that Reeves deleted recently? What? Sad service. What do you talk about? Sorry, I forgot. What's this? What's going on with this? I didn't see anything about this. this true? I don't think it's true. What? Wouldn't be sure about what? I know, right? I mean, if he does exist, he is a dick. Oh man, I'm gonna get smited tonight. Big Daddy Thanos. What bat suit you want to see? I want to see Matt Reeves' bat suit. I want to see Robert Pattinson's bat suit. That's what I want to see. Just pause a shaving tutorial to watch. What exactly are you shaving? Hopefully your face there, Mr. Venom. That's what I'm saying. Cheers, bud. Welcome, Mr. Comedic Genius. Sorry. Do we need to get started on God's existence? I'm game. Yeah, I don't know, man. Sometimes when you just see who gets taken and who still lives on, it's very odd. It's very odd. There's a lot of things that you can go over and be like, really? I could have a list of things. Would you rather get it on with Lizzo or Rosie O'Donnell? Oh, that's rough. I would probably say Lizzo because Rosie is, Lizzo is, younger and probably could do some stuff. She probably has some moves, some interesting stuff in the sack. I don't know. So Matt Reeves sent a tweet. Okay. I can DM it to you. Go for it. Yeah, DM it to me because I don't remember seeing anything like that. I saw nobody talking about that, so I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, Birds of Prey, 1 week. Getting a lot of good reactions. It'll be interesting to see the actual reviews. But yeah, I'm looking at my schedule next week, and I'm like, luckily, if my schedule is what it is, I'll have Friday off, so I might just see it Friday morning as opposed to Thursday night. So we'll see what happens with that. Yeah, I don't think there was anything. Not that it matters, but I think you inadvertently skipped my question for this week's podcast. I answered your question from last week's, but I didn't see a new one. I don't remember seeing a newer question that you asked. I remember I answered the one that you did previously when I didn't have a podcast. God lets Trump live for no reason. Yeah, but there's much worse people out there. Trust me. I know everybody thinks he's like fucking Hitler, which makes no sense, but yeah. What iteration of the suit? What's your favorite? I do like the Noel suit that everybody keeps on referring to. I actually like the Rebirth suit. I actually dig that. I also like that Earth 1 suit that everybody's talking about as well. So I don't know. We'll see. So that hair tie clip from Birds of Prey gave more fuel to Snyder's cultists than to talk shit. Yep. And it does look bad, but be fair, that's probably the tamest fight scene they could show. Well, I think they were definitely going for like this kind of almost like one-shot-ish thing that was happening. And all the actresses were involved. Didn't all quite work because, like I said in my tweet, I was like, okay, I dig the energy, dig the music part of it. Huntress, when she's like doing her thing, I don't know if she's punching or stabbing down. It just looks like she's pulling her punch way too soon. And Montoya, Rosie Perez, I mean, she's what, 50-something? It looks awkward. She's like, nah, But Canary, Harley, Margot Robbie, and Journey, they look great. It looks like they're like, they look really great. I mean, but I know like Huntress, what's her name, will do better in other scenes, I'm sure. Dave, why didn't you help your brother when he was in need of help? What are you talking about? You talking about when he had surgery 2 nights ago on his Achilles? He didn't need my help. How dare you? He didn't need my help. Ew. The good die young. We living with the ugly, right? Snyder planned to have Darkseid kill Batman in the second JL film. Pissed that we didn't see Batman sacrifice himself, save humanity. I know. Well, I mean, don't rule it completely out. I mean, it could, for sure. You never know what could happen. I mean, we'll see what happens, right? Turds of Prey is a woke feminist trash. Saw a fight scene. And LeMayo. Yeah, pretty much you're on the side of you hated this movie since the very beginning. And anything that comes out, you're going to think it's the worst thing ever. Just like there's people on the other side who are praising everything about this movie and think it's the best thing ever. I'm kind of like I'm in the middle. I don't do this biased side shit that like fandom naturally has. I'm more of like, okay, I criticized some of that scene and then I praised some of it too because I looked at it like subjectively in my own eyes through my own glasses. It kind of just was like, okay, we'll see what's going on with this, So, hey, whatever works. Whatever works for you. His helicopter was outdated, wasn't installed with new equipment. Is that what happened? I haven't seen the details about it, so. The Snyder Cut or the Batman? I hate it when people do that. I'm just like, why not both? And we're probably going to get both, so fuck that. Fuck that question. Have you noticed in recent interviews, Pattinson is wearing baggy clothes, and in the video yesterday, his hair was covered, and I bet Batman's birthday in March will reveal the Batsuit. Yeah, you're probably right. We're probably not going to see it till then. But yeah, he seems to be kind of not letting people know what he's looking like and what's going on with all of it. So no matter how Birds of Prey turns out, it'll always be better than the Eternals. Okay. you already know that, huh? without even seeing a bit of footage from the Eternals. Okay. That's part of fandom too. There, Stallone fan. Something tells me you don't like Marvel. Is Birds of Prey going to make $1 billion? I don't think it will. It'd be fucking crazy if it did, but I don't think it will. I think it might have a pretty good campaign to make $500 million, maybe, but I don't think it's going to make $1 billion. What's going on, Mr. Shadow Vessel? Fast and Furious 9 looks interesting, predictable at the same time. Yes. I know. Why can't they just do a little something different? Just always seems like there's somebody after them, and it's somebody related to or associated with the fucking group. Now we got Dom's fucking brother. And Han is back. It's like, you guys couldn't have fucking waited till the movie to reveal that? I love it that now we have to like blow our wad for everything. It sucks. What's up, Daniel? Just chilling, just watching. So here's the question. If Ana de Armas were game to join the DCU, who would you want her to be cast as? I don't know. Zatanna? Justice League Dark? Why not? That's the first thing that comes to mind. DC Universe is sending out early screening passes for BOP. Check your emails, folks. Yeah, I saw that. Thoughts on Owen Wilson? And yeah. Wow. How do you say it? Wow. It's just like, it's crazy that I'm just even part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And see, I've never attempted to try to do an impression of Owen Wilson, but there it was right there. Wow. Batman 60s was better action than Birds of Prey scene. Okay. If that's what you think, that is objectively not true. But if you're going to go ahead with that, that's fine. You're free to do that. Was Margot, has Margot spoke about the Snyder Cut or the Ayer Cut yet? No, she hasn't said anything about it. Rosa Perez was in Road to El Dorado. No, I don't think I saw that. Did you check out my Batman video I uploaded? No, I didn't check it out, man. I didn't see it. I can check it out when I'm done. How are the kids, Dave? The kids here? I don't have kids of my own that I know of, but the kiddies here seem to be doing all right. All that BOP clip needed was pow and Biff bubbles, and it's ripped from Batman 66. Man, you guys are really just going for that. Okay, at least say it's a modern day version of that. Because if you were to do a comparison, it's not that bad. But okay. Not having a Batflick movie makes me feel empty. Oh, that sucks. Yeah. I would love to see what he was gonna offer about that. His Batman movie with Deathstroke and everything, it would have been pretty intense, would have been pretty crazy. I mean, him and Snyder were really that's the thing that a lot of people don't talk about too when they talk about the script is Snyder was helping him with that fucking movie. Snyder was very much helping Affleck. I mean, you gotta realize, guys, how much respect Affleck had for Snyder. That's why he joined. That's why he became Batman. I mean, you heard him talk like he's all, aren't I a little old to play Batman? But then Snyder explained the version of Batman that he wanted, and he was game for it. And then while they were doing BVS and preparing for Justice League and stuff, they were talking about a Batman script, and Snyder was helping them. So they're gonna make a Fast and Furious 10 and call it Fast 10 your seatbelt. Fasten your seatbelts. It takes place in space where a mysterious guy from Hobbs and Shaw is Shaw's dad living in International Space Station. Be careful. This might be it. This might be the story. They might rip off your story. You better fucking, I don't know, copyright that. You know that Reeves did post a photo of the Museum of Batman of Adam West teasing the 3 villains when there was going to be 6 villains. So the West modern suit is so going to be Robert. Yeah. Hey, you know what? If he's gonna take the classic 66 Batman world and wrap around that aesthetic, make it modern, and put it around a dark story that we know that Matt Reeves can do, I'm all for it. I'm all for that take of Batman. I'm curious to see if he actually does something like that. If we get a blue and gray suit, hopefully a dark blue, I'm actually down for that. Just hopefully they don't have the eyebrows like painted on, you know, like Matt Reeves had on his Cal. Sure. Say so, Stallone. I mean, you're predicting. I mean, you got a magic ball, and that magic ball is telling me that obviously you're more of a DC fan. Obviously. Would you rather see the Ayer cut or the JJ cut? That's an interesting one. Probably the Ayer cut. Because essentially, I don't even know if there really was a JJ cut, to be honest. I mean, he had Final Cut authority. Ayer didn't have Final Cut authority. I don't know. It's interesting. Happy Thanksgiving. Yes. We're 11 months early, but it's fine. A good person dies doesn't mean there is a lot of bad people alive. I know, yeah, you're absolutely correct. I'm just saying there's people out there in the elite world that are bad people that are still alive. That's what I was getting at. There's more good people than bad people. I get what you're saying there, Mr. Thrive. But it just sucks when a person like that who was given a lot of good to the world dies, and then there's people that are given a lot of bad there. Film Junkie, I think you might like it. Oh, it's a Batman video. Of course I'll like it. I'm still seeing BOP. I'm also in the middle, but I put my fandom aside for entertainment. See, I'm like that too. I don't take sides. I mean, I get it, and I see it all the time. Obviously, there's people that I've expressed my opinion about Birds of Prey since the very beginning. I mean, I know that Ayer got his Gotham City Sirens movie taken away from him, and I hate that fact. And I know he's gonna support Birds of Prey, and he should. Hopefully he does. And I know he does because he's a good dude. Of course he's gonna support it. But he did get that movie taken away. I mean, he tweeted out Black Mask. That was gonna be the villain in his movie. That right there just shows you that his movie got taken away from him. But then again, maybe he was glad and he was like, hey, go ahead. Margot, do your thing. I'm going to go off and do other projects and you do your thing. He might have said that. Who knows? We don't ever know what happened behind the scenes. Your in-depth thoughts on J.J. Abrams taking a crack at Justice League Dark properties. I think he could do well with them. I think he could do some good with them. I'm hoping that he does. Did you see some trolls comment on Ben's Kobe? Yeah, I know. Well, that's the thing. Some of those guys that are within the Release the Snyder Cut movement, they're fucking selfish pieces of shit. Okay? Fucking lowlives that can't help but always just like, they're always constantly tweeting about the Snyder Cut, Snyder Cut, Snyder Cut. Okay? When Zack Snyder himself would be fucking sickened by that shit. Which just shows those guys that were doing that, they don't give a fuck about artistic integrity or anything like that. They don't give a fuck. They give a fuck about what they want to see. Those are people that just want to see the movie that they want to see. They don't give a fuck about anything else. So fuck those guys. Amen. Cheers to that. Yeah, it's pathetic. Very pathetic. Fuck yeah, man. The Gentleman was real cinema. Movie was great. Guy Ritchie, back to form, man, I tell you. They're going to make Fast and Furious 10 and call it Fast in Your Seatbelts. Yeah, we already heard that. I already read that, man. Do you think we'll ever see Trent cut of Fan 4 Stick? Probably not. There was never a campaign for it. There was never anything for it. So I doubt that. Yeah, I saw it. Looks good. I mean, it's creative because it has the same arc shape for all the letters, but of course the E has like a little lit up planet, which I thought was pretty cool. Feel like Pattinson will work out. I'm worried. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like he could be a decent Bruce Wayne, but not a good Batman. Ben Affleck was so good. I wish he was in better movies as him. I think he'll do fine. Pattinson is actually a really good actor. That's the thing. I mean, if you watch any of the movies, I mean, just one of my favorite movies of last year, watch The Lighthouse. He's got range. So, watch Good Times. That's another good movie. There's still other movies I got to watch from him, but he's a good movie. Selfish pieces of shit. That guy is just on a whole other level, okay? I saw his little video clip where he was basically, I guess you could say, threatening The Rock. Like if The Rock doesn't, if he doesn't play. I mean, basically what Ashley and his constituents, like his guys think, they think that the Snyder Cut is like the biggest thing ever. Like they're part of the biggest movement that's ever been and everything, when it's of course not the case. I mean, it's a big movement, but it's not that big. They think it's ginormous. And they think they have all this power. And they think like guys like me and Colbert and Garza and all those guys that were being paid by Warner Brothers and working with Jeff Johns and everything like that. I mean, these guys, I can't fathom what's going on up here. I almost want to think that I hope that they're actually joking because I mean, these guys, they have kids and stuff. I mean, it's very interesting. I really hope that he was like joking about all that. Okay. I mean, The Rock is never going to acknowledge any of those guys. Not going to care. It's just very strange. It's very strange. Yeah, I don't think Amanda's coming. I don't think she is. One of these days we'll get her live again. Don't worry. Get Film Gob or CMM in here. I don't know. Oh, Comic Movie Marks. Probably Comic Movie Marks most likely to come. I don't think Film Gob really likes me anymore, guys. I'm sorry. I don't think he really does. I'm just going by things people have told me on his live streams. I know Well, he associates himself with like West Ashley and those guys who fucking hate me. We're always going to be cordial. You know, we follow each other on Twitter. Still going to be good. But I don't think he'll ever want to make an appearance on here again. I think there's been something that happened in the course of things within the Snyder Cut movement where I don't think he doesn't really care for me anymore, guys. Sorry. Sucks because I think he's a talented dude. I think he focuses way too much on Marvel and Disney with his stuff. I mean, he's constantly he'll spin everything to Marvel and Disney and everything. But other than that, like, he's very talented dude with what he's done with his videos and everything. And he's a very likable dude as well. But yeah, don't expect him to come on here. I don't think he's too fond of me anymore, and specifically the people that come on this show. So, where's Fonzo? I don't even know who you talking about, Fonzo? You think Dent is a no-go now, or you think we'll hear something down the road? Yeah, you know what? I'm hoping that since Matt Reeves is probably gearing up a trilogy, that maybe Dent will be part of the next one. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I saw a lot of Snyder Cut tweets under, Warner Brothers. Yeah, I see. It's really fucked up and sad. I mean, these people, they're just not self-aware. I don't understand how you can have the conceit to do that. It boggles my mind, man. It really does. It boggles my mind that these guys they can't just think about other people for a change. They really can't. And it just doesn't make sense to me. So, I don't know. I don't know why they do that. Yeah, but I saw that. It's like there's a time and a place to talk about the Snyder Cut, and when it's a death of an icon and his daughter, who was a father, it's just not the time. They're the reason I don't get on Twitter as much nowadays. Are you talking about some of those guys? I'm not worried about Pattinson. Yeah, see, he can. You see, yeah, I haven't seen Damsel, but I've seen Good Time, and I was really impressed. I was like, okay, this guy can fucking act. I was kind of against Pat. I was not for Pattinson at first, but at the same time, way back when, I wasn't for Ben Affleck as Batman when he was announced. Go watch my video of my reaction to it. I wasn't over the moon about it, but then he ended up being the best cinematic Batman. So we'll see what happens. Do you know Andre Sedeno is? He bashed you and your channel on his podcast. No, I have no idea who that is. It's fine. It's not the first time somebody's done that. Andre. Wait a minute. Andre. Now it sounded familiar. Is that weird dude? I don't know. You have to tell me who that is. Which would you choose to lead the DCEU? J.J. Abrams or James Gunn? J.J. Abrams. Come on, man. Lethal Weapon 5. Hell yeah. We're way too old for this shit. You know what Lethal Weapon's going to be about? Lethal Weapon's going to be about Murtaugh's grandson or granddaughter, whatever the fuck. And it's going to be about Riggs' son or whatever the fuck. Because remember, like, they both, there was two babies that happened. It was Murtaugh was having a grandbaby and Riggs was going to have his first baby. It's going to be about them because that movie came out in the 90s, right? The late 90s, like 97. So you're talking about like 23, 24 years ago. So they're like in their mid 20s now. So it's going to be about them. I can't really see Danny Glover doing physical stuff, but I could still see Mel Gibson doing it. And that dude's still fucking jacked. I mean, he's more jacked than he's ever been at his age. What? Oh, too far. This thing is like scrolling way too quickly. Okay. Warner Brothers gives both the Snyder Cut best movie. Who's your favorite superhero and how did you come up with Casual Batman? Because that shit's hilarious. Well, my favorite superhero, of course, is Batman. And how I came up with Casual Batman was basically when I bought that mask. I ordered that mask drunkenly one night on Amazon. I was like, oh, I'm going to get this mask. It's not that expensive and it looks pretty cool. And once it came in the mail, I put it on and it just came out. I just started doing the voice and I even did like a little vlog. And I was living with my brother at the time and he has 2 cats. One of the cats did not like that fucking mask, hissed at me, but in fear, not like it was going to attack, but like when he saw me, he was like, and I had to like go, oh, dude, it's me. It's me. It's okay. Don't attack me. Colbert was also exposed on Twitter. Oh, for exposed for the website because he helped doing a website. Yeah, he was totally exposed. Now he's in hiding. What the fuck? Yeah, as if you're a weird one. I think you have a secret hatred for us, and that's why you watch these things. Dave, I got Watchmen for Christmas. What would be your viewing order with the book, Zach's movie, and the TV show? You probably just said it right there. Read the book first, watch the movie, and then watch the show. I think that's the perfect order right there. Just watch it in order as they came out. And I still have yet to watch the show, guys. I gotta watch the show. Dude was apparently he was not stealing money, dude. Are you fucking kidding me? Jesus Christ. You're a dumbass. He was not stealing money. He was the site was asking for donations. That's it. There was no stealing of money. Holy shit. So in your podcast this week, you said the gatekeepers could get crazed on how Zach would bring about the follow-ups to the released Snyder Cut. Dare we hope for... Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, everybody's got it set like, oh, he's just going to release the movie 2/14. That's what we're getting. Everybody's so stuck on that. And I'm like, it's going to be longer, if anything, first off. But what if it ends up being, drawn out a little bit? Just leave it at that. Is it true? No, he was not stealing money, guys. Jesus Christ. There was if you go to that site, it was asking for donations. Asking for donations. That's what was happening. He was not stealing money. How do you steal money? It wasn't like he was hacking into the AFSP. No, he was just asking for donations. Holy shit. All right. Yazith, you're a fucking moron. Just saying. Okay? Are you going to play nice or am I going to have to kick you out? Because, I don't like that you're spreading lies like this. An extremist. Yeah, he kind of turns everything into, yeah. I thought Dave and Phil. No, I mean, I was okay with him, but like I said, he associates himself with some of those guys that hate me. And then I've heard things that he said on his live stream. So, like I said, I'm totally cool with him, but I don't think he's cool with me anymore. It's all good. He said he doesn't have a problem with you, but doesn't like your friends. Okay, that's what it is. Yeah, see, that's stuff like that. So he doesn't like who I'm associated with. I don't like who he associates himself with because he's, associated with Wes Ashley and those guys. So, yeah, we just we have no. I guess we have no problems with each other, but who we associate ourselves with. Like I said, I like what he does. He's got good content. He's a fucking talented dude, a very talented dude. He makes me laugh with some of his shit. I'll be fucking belly laughing at some of his shit. Banner Channel back when everybody was going crazy for Suicide Squad and we were freaking out about leaked pictures in Toronto. What happened to the music you used to? Oh yeah, I used to put music behind my stuff. You never know. I might bring it back. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Maybe I will. Add a little stuff. You liar. Grace Randolph is trying to spoil BOP again. She tried to make the movie fail. I don't think she tried to make the movie fail, guys. I don't think it's that drastic. I appreciate it, Daniel. Cheers. I try not to be tribalistic because I see it everywhere. It's all over the place. You know, everybody's so like, we got to be part of a team and this, that, and this. And I'm like, can we just like step back and look at everything? You know, honestly, a modern take on Adam West's Batman is interesting to think about. Well, yeah, shark repellent, maybe. Yeah, a lot of people don't like her, but everybody, anytime that something happens, I see her name on my timeline, and I'm like, God, the Grace obsession. Why? All right, what the hell? Why is that? Oh shit. Anyway, sorry, I was just looking at something on my email. Shook my head. I don't know how the fuck I typed. Heard those were trolls. Some of the wackos are condemning them. Yeah. But I mean, some of those Snyder Cut tweets weren't legit. I saw like 3 or 4 that basically were new accounts. Yeah, some of those guys, a lot of those guys, they get suspended or banned because they go around harassing people like crazy. And then they just get a new account. Do you think the DCU is tear apart with all those new standalone movies without the connection to each other? Like, now I think it's somewhat intact. I don't know. I guess we'll kind of see what happens with Wonder Woman and see if there's anything with that. Yeah, Year Zero. Uncut Gems on Netflix this weekend. If you haven't seen it, yep. Gonna watch it for sure. Gonna watch it probably tomorrow. I think I'm gonna watch it tomorrow. Very much looking forward to that movie. I wanted to catch it in theaters, but I did not. He didn't dislike the stream. Somebody was just being funny. Like I said, he's fine. Like I said, okay, like somebody clarified because I was told that he said some stuff. But apparently what you said, Shadow Vessel, is like he doesn't like who I associate with. I don't like who he has associated with. So maybe we were just star-crossed lovers that should come together and make something fantastic. No, he was not. Good God, guys. He was not. You guys got to stop listening to those guys, to all those guys. He was not stealing money. How do you steal money? Where was he stealing it from? No. The SnyderCut.com donation page. Okay, he helped create the page. He doesn't even run the page. That's the thing. He doesn't even run the page. He just helped create it. And they put a thing there if you want to donate to help run the site. Bam. There you go. Wow. No, it's not true. Jeez. Oh, man. It's crazy stuff. Yeah, don't listen to those guys. They're going to spin things, of course, to make it seem really bad. Remember, they were trying to say that I was taking money from a guy who threatened, who made jokes about, they said that I was taking money on the live stream from a guy who was making jokes about Snyder's daughter's suicide. Okay? Same guys said that shit are now saying that he was stealing money, and he wasn't. Trust me. Okay? You guys know me. I weed through the bullshit. It's not true. What are your thoughts on the Batman being a DC EU film on Wikipedia? Well, I mean, technically it is. It's the DC extended universe. You know? That's the way I look at it. Like, it might not be part of this certain universe, but there's multiverses now. We know this. Okay? I mean, as much as people don't like it, the CW established that there's a big multiverse out there, so we can have that. If Dune is a hit, do you think studios will take more risk on higher budgets? Yes! Anytime that there's a movie that's a hit, you guys, you got to realize there, Tam, the Joker was a $1 billion movie that cost what, 50-something, $60 million? So you better believe that studios out there are going, it can be done. Just saying. Anybody see Jay and Silent Bob yet? Yep. You can see my my little quick review. It's stupid, but it's exactly what a Kevin Smith movie in the View Askew universe was going to be. I enjoyed it because I've loved his movies, but it's dumb. It's nothing too crazy, but it's the movie that he wanted to make. Feige's a pussy and can't release an R-rated Marvel movie, and DC can just release one R-rated movie. Yeah, I know, exactly. Feige, hopefully he does grow some balls. He's going to need to grow some balls because it's like you have to have the balls to do that. Holy crap, man. I'm way behind. I'm trying to catch up. Dave, you're the only channel guy. Hey, well, thanks, Lex. Appreciate that. And you guys are talking a lot. I used to work for a company that makes that Batman mask. They're based. Oh, really? I actually have to order a new one because I've had that one for like years, and it's ripped, and it's got like you could see like white spots on the thing. So I'm gonna order a new one, probably the exact same one. I don't know. I just wish there was a better Batfleck one. That'd be cool. If anybody knows of a good Batfleck, like rubber or latex, whatever mask, send it to me. Send the link to me. Watchmen, read the book, then watch the movie for a better. Yeah, exactly. Like I said, just do it in that order. Whoever asked that, read the book, watch the movie to get a visual comparison. Of course, it's going to be a little bit different, especially at the end. But and then watch the show, which I still have yet to watch. I know. I think Zach is watching your stream. I hope he is. I know he's aware of my stream. I know that. Yeah. Okay, I never thought it'd be one of the rumor starters, but he tweeted an inside. Oh, is that what he did? Walked him. No, he didn't. I don't remember seeing that, dude. You have to show me. There you go. And we got Russ right here, who was one of the supporters to help because he's a fan of Zack Snyder and donated money. Yeah. No fucking stealing of money, dudes. Whoever thought that. God, I don't know how you could, unless you were like hacking like any of the fundraisers. There you go, Eric. Someone's got a question for you. Yeah, I just read it as I was drinking. Good. Thank you, Lex, for that. That was a funny one. Yeah, Eric. What's up? What's up, Juan? How you doing? Scott Adkins would be a good Dark Claw. Yeah. He would have. I mean, a lot of people wanted him as Batman. I mean, he did apparently try to get that Batman role. Cats or the Emoji Movie? Well, I've seen the Emoji Movie. Somebody recognized. Hey, Bruce Wayne. Good job. Yes, guys. I did get new glasses. Yep. Before I left my old job, I had to I hadn't been to the eye doctor in like 3 years. And I've been, I haven't had new glasses in 3 years. So I was like, hey, it's about time I should probably before my my eye care benefits go out, I should probably go do that. So yeah, I went to the eye doctor last week, and I actually just picked them up today. How do they look? They're bigger. They're little. I got the bigger ones than I had before. So yeah, thank you for noticing that. I also got a pair of sunglasses too. Thanks, man. Appreciate it, Cameron. We are, you know what? I mean, it's not like we have, I think we have a mutual respect, but it's just the people, he doesn't like the people I hang out with or that have been on here. And, and some of the people that he's associated with, I don't really like them. So it's just that it'll come together. Yeah. I mean, I don't doubt that he doesn't like him. He doesn't like him. But Yazith, get it out of your head. There's no stealing of fucking money. Jesus Christ. If you want to believe that, then you're not welcome to my Vodka streams anymore. Okay? Not at all. All he did was help create a fucking website, and he doesn't even run it right now. I keep forgetting how stacked. Yeah, it's a good cast. It's a really good cast. I can't wait for that first trailer, man. Jesus Christ. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Grace actually likes BVS, and she supports the Snyder Cut too. I can't fucking stand Grace. I really can't. I don't watch her videos because I can't stand her. But then people just wait for her reaction to things. And then, of course, she hears things from her sources, relays them in a way that just doesn't really work. I'm like, Grace, what do you... Don't do your... Ah... But at the same time, it's like, I don't know. It sucks. You're really the white knight for bet you cried like a bitch. Oh, fuck off, Hoskins. No, I actually thought that was funny because Bill Murray just boom. Like I said, I can't fucking stand her. But give her credit where credit's due. She does support the Snyder Cut. She did like BVS, and I guess Man of Steel too. I don't know. I won't be surprised if Grace bashes. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people don't, but hopefully that ends up being a good movie. Emily Blunt has talked with Marvel Studios. Yeah. Hopefully that's it. If she's playing Sue Storm, I'm all for it. She should have been fucking Captain Marvel, in my opinion. No, I haven't. There's a Deathstroke cartoon? I didn't know that. There's a Deathstroke cartoon? What the hell? Yep, definitely going to watch that this weekend. We're talking about Netflix now. The Eternals is part of the Marvel brand, like Captain Marvel. True. Oh, yeah, there's just some drama. No, it's not really drama. I'm just trying to clear the air when people are giving accusations that aren't even fucking true, man. My God. It does seem like DC fans are ripping into, no, they're doing that? I didn't see a lot of that. Saying they were worried about Wonder Woman while calling, really? I didn't see a lot of that, but yeah, you might be right. Hey, what's up, Edgy? Yeah, see, speak of the devil. People were accusing this guy of making fun of like Zach's daughter, and they were trying to attach me to that. Same guys who were saying that Colbert was stealing money. Don't believe the lies, guys. Don't believe the lies. Yep, it's been pretty somber. Wow, and I'm so behind. Like you guys are just like talking up a storm today. Batfleck, I'm going as back. Do it, man. Represent. Get the Iron Batman. Oh, yeah, I should get that. I'd say Black Mass just needs to lose his organization in BOP, and we could therefore see him as a villain. Yeah, hopefully, but I doubt that's going to be the case, dude. Yep. All right, somebody else noticed. Yeah, I got new glasses. Went for the bigger, nerdier glasses. Right there, the more Clark Kent style. Yep, it's been 3 years. I had those other pair of glasses for 3 years. It was time. See, you know what glasses companies do? Like they even told me like you're supposed to do it yearly and get a new pair of glasses every year. Fuck that. Maybe every other year, maybe. But they're expensive, even with benefits. These are fucking Ray-Bans, man. You gotta, So I probably shouldn't have waited 3 years, but maybe the next pair I'll get is like another 2 years, or I'll get LASIK, and then you guys won't even recognize me without my glasses. Be like Superman. Yep, Ray-Bans. So are the I got a pair of aviator sunglasses that are prescription too. I've never had prescription sunglasses. Holy crap, is that a whole new world? I used to just like during the day, I would just wear regular sunglasses and I was fine driving and stuff like that, because when my vision gets really bad when it's dusk or dawn, and then of course at night, and like it's horrible. But during the day, I was actually fine, and I could just wear regular sunglasses and be totally fine. Never got in accidents or anything. Yeah, I could like look at something and be like, I can't see what that reads. So I was like, you know what? This time I'm going to get prescription sunglasses too. I'm not going to get the transition lenses. I don't really like that. I didn't really like that look. Because I like aviator sunglasses. So I was like, fuck it. You know, I'm gonna just go all out and get 2 pairs of glasses, and I fucking love it. Like the aviator sunglasses I got, and I could see everything crystal clear, and it's like, wow, it's a whole new world. A whole new world. No one cares about it. I know. What are you talking about? I got a new chair, new glasses. It's a whole new me there, Jacob. Come on. Do you like Zod Rider? I used to, but he kind of turned on me. I had him on here. I went on his podcast, and then he just was like a total douchebag to me. So, no, fuck that guy. I don't know what the fuck. He just totally turned on me because basically I was, as the way fandom is, I relayed information that he didn't like to hear. So he threw me under the bus. Yeah. Well, okay. Well, over the many times I've had Vodka streams, he's kind of, been like that borderline douchey. Okay. But it never really affected me. But now he's just flat out saying all that shit. So I'm like, I'm about to. I'm just saying. Good night, Josh. Thanks for joining. Appreciate it. Is this your channel or Grace's? How dare you? How dare you, sir? How dare you? Don't ever say that. What would you do if the Snyder Cut gets released on 2/14? Well, I would send Zack Snyder a bunch of roses and chocolates in a heart shape, and I would show up at his house if I found it, dressed up as a big heart. That's right. That's what I would do. Grace wanted Snyder and Goyer off after Man of Steel. She's no ally. Okay, I didn't know about certain things. Heck, those gatekeeper morons accused me of being misogynist. Yeah, kind of reminds me of the haters accusing Zack Snyder of exactly that. I'm kind of flattered. Yeah, right? And yet they're shitting on Birds of Prey, and now they're acting kind of misogynistic, but I don't like to throw misogyny around because in 2020, people call every dude a misogyny. It's just funny. Where's the Snyder Cut? Where's the Snyder? It sounds more like Mark Wahlberg. The Snyder Cut. Quit hating on Will Rawlings. Jackass. You're talking about me? I didn't even mention his name. Well, how about you tell Will Rawlings to quit hating on me? I met the guy, was nice to the guy, cordial with the guy, had many conversations, DMs with the guy, but he hated on me like fucking crazy. So you can go and tell him that, Okay, Dave, here's my weekly drop some Zack Snyder jail knowledge from your source message. What was the recent thing? Oh, yeah. Black and white. You know how the images are black and white? Okay. There's a reason why they're black and white. Maybe when Snyder, and he's been editing his 2/14 cut, maybe he decided to take the color out. So the people who've seen the Snyder Cut maybe have seen a noir Snyder Cut. Ooh. Oh. Ooh, the vodka's taking over. I'm going to start mentioning more things. Playing Red Dawn 2 while listening to the vodka stream. Perfect night. Yes, Seth. Appreciate it, man. You gaming geek, you. Yep, you're right, Hoskins. Grace pegs me. What can I say? We need Ted 3. Ted 3. I don't know. Ted 2 is just So subpar to Ted 1. Ted 1 was the first Ted was great. Max Payne. I know there needs to be a legit fucking Max Payne movie. God damn it. That Mark Wahlberg bullshit was bullshit. Shit gets real when Stinger drops down from the rafters and starts taking everybody out. What? Did he really say that? Oh, God. If he really said that, fucking shit. We know, Dave. Give us more info, jackass. Oh, we already know about the, Do I Blaze? Maybe. Kind of not excited about black and white version being... No. Okay, I'm not saying that he would release it like that. I'm just saying. That right now, that's the way it is. Vodka's kicking in. Then Dave, what do you really think about Grace? Oh my God, she's the most beautiful woman in the world. That hair, oh God, the way that it's just all over the place and it looks like she doesn't wash it. No, fuck that. She's annoying. Max Payne is still better. Yeah, you're right about that, Stallone. I would gladly watch Max Payne than fucking Good Day to Die Hard with Jai Courtney. God, man, it's so funny how I cannot stand Jai Courtney in pretty much everything else besides him playing Captain Boomerang. Captain Boomerang, I was like, oh, I like Jai Courtney in this fucking movie. But I cannot stand Jai Courtney in like anything else that he's in, it seems. Who the fuck? I mean, Terminator Genesis? They cast him as Kyle Reese? Who the fuck? Whoever cast him as Kyle Reese should have been fucking fired. Die Hard with a Vengeance is the best. Yeah, I mean, the first Die Hard is the best movie, but Die Hard with a Vengeance is better than Die Hard 2. I'll give you that. Sam Jackson and Willis were fucking perfect. That was a good buddy cop type movie. Lethal Weapon 5 made by Charlie. Yeah, there you go. There's an whole episode dedicated to that, right? Blaze. Nah, I don't want to get kicked off YouTube. I don't know if they'd appreciate that. Do a weed stream. Dave and Grace, YouTube power couple. Oh, yeah, you know it. Yeah, give me some of that. Live Free or Die Hard. Yeah, you know what? Live Free or Die Hard, Die Hard 4. It would have been good if it was not a Die Hard movie. If it was just another action movie that starred Bruce Willis, I'd be okay with it. But he didn't act like John McClane in that movie, really. Is Scoopy Pan? Oh yeah, I know you don't like her, Mr. Blake. I know you don't like her. Just want a Captain Boom. Well, just have him in the Flash film. Jeez. I'd rather watch a Dave and Stephen Colbert sex. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's a little graphic. Will Smith or Tupac? Well, I mean, I would say Will Smith. I mean, I know the impact that Tupac had, but I'm just saying that when it comes to me, the fuck movie is this? When it comes to me, I was always about Will Smith. Will Smith was like my favorite fucking actor in the mid-90s. I watched Fresh Prince and I loved his movies. So, I mean, he was in a few movies. I don't think he was like anything too super spectacular. Well, who cares? Sometimes people just don't like each other. That's the way it is. I could list a bunch of stuff, but whatever. It's not a big deal, guys. Okay, it's just Twitter. Amanda is mad because Grace is hitting up Dave. Did she text you that? Is that what happened? He's your Black Panther. Cool. Dave, what films this year are you most looking forward to? Well, did you see my anticipated movie? My top 10 anticipated movies there, Mr. Blake? Obviously, Tenet, Dune, Ghostbusters, Wonder Woman. You know, come on. The Gentleman, which I already saw, that was like my number 10 because I was like, fucking yay, Guy Ritchie back to form. And guess what? Did not disappoint. I love that movie. It's on the wall. Favorite wall. Okay, Dave and Amanda, that better? Yes. Come on. Amanda is way, way, way more beautiful than Grace. Way more beautiful. I'm not really into it. You know, I was like 20 years ago in the 90s, but wow, 20 years ago, that was 25 years ago, I should say. God damn, I forgot we're in 2020. But yeah. No, I'm not, I don't hate it. Sometimes if I hear a song that's hip hop, I'm like, oh, that's pretty good. It's pretty good. I like that. But no, I'm more of a rock guy. Dave, update on the game. The Lakers are, I think it's on commercial right now, but the Lakers were down by 8. It was like 108 to 100, which is like, damn. This is like one of those nights where it's like you want the Lakers. Did I say I said the Lakers, or did I say, I feel like I said the Raiders. No, the Lakers. Yeah, I'm hoping that the Lakers actually pull this one off, because it's like you. But then again, at the same time, you go, yeah, I could see it being, guys they're not on top of their game, man. So let's see. Okay, they're back now. Well, now they're interviewing. Okay. Yeah, it's 108 to 100. Lakers are down by 8, but there's still 8.5 minutes left. Come on, James. There you go, James. There you go. He just did a fucking LeBron James move and got fouled. So let's do this here. 50 Cent could be Spawn. And I think we'll stick with Jamie Foxx, because as far as I know, he's still going to be Spawn. I don't know. But the thing is, my preference is brunettes. But for some reason, yeah. But I don't, but I don't mind blondes. I've been with blondes. You should see my dad. My dad has been married twice and he's engaged again. All of them blondes. Okay? He first married my mom. My mom is blonde. Second wife, blonde. And now his wife-to-be, also blonde. Oh, we make jokes about it all the time. I'm like, you and your fucking blondes, man. So, yeah, I probably get it from my dad, But, it's just hair color. But for some reason, like, when I'm looking at... But then again, it's like, oh, yeah, I don't know. Look at Margot Robbie. I mean, she's like, oh... But I don't know. There's just... my preference is more like brunette, or even like dark hair, just dark hair. But I don't know. Maybe it's just a little bit of my dad and me. New Batsuit and Batmobile on Twitter. No, shut up. Predictions, I mean, I think the Chiefs are going to do it. Oh! James with a 3. Looks like James is alive right now. It's 108 to 105. Looks like James is like coming about right now. Ooh, that was pretty good. R1A and 1B. There you go. I mean, that trailer for Wonder Woman 84. It fucking did it for me, man. Come on, Lakers. You got to win this game tonight. We need a movie about Nirvana, similar to how they did. Yeah, I know. It's coming. Yeah, it's going to be coming. Oh, man. Okay, yeah, it's coming. Somebody needs to write a good fucking Nirvana movie, Oh, airball. Oh, was he fouled? Oh, no, he wasn't. Damn. Oh, jeez. Yeah, so am I. Because I watched the 6-minute prologue, and I'm like, what? It's such a unique concept. So good. Yeah, Call to the Wild. That's the new Harrison Ford movie, right? I'm curious about that movie. Wait, is that one of the movies that's going to be a Disney Plus, or is that going to be in theaters? I couldn't remember. I thought it was like a Disney Plus movie. Yeah, he was an escape plan. He played the nerdy hacker dude. It was kind of funny. They're still going. Yeah, I mean, apparently McFarlane. I mean, Joker could open that door. Yeah, I could see Jamie Foxx as Lucius Fox with 1X. Come on, Lakers. There you go. 3-pointer. Oh! 3-pointer. Come on, guys. Come on. Dave, what actor would you most want to see as a Jedi? Fuck. Jackie Chan. I don't know. Trying to think who would be. I don't know why I just thought of Jackie Chan. I want Jackie Chan to be a Jedi. I stand by that. Niners for the upset. Count on it. Yeah, could be the case. I don't know, man. The thing about the Niners is they have a super strong defense, probably the best defense in the league. They have a super strong running game, and don't dismiss Garoppolo. I mean, he's not as good as Mahomes, but still a decent quarterback. So it's gonna be an interesting game. It really is. 3-pointer Trailblazer. No, rebound Lakers. Here we go. Here we go. Dave, you watch Clone Wars? Yeah, I actually started getting into it. I didn't watch it when it was out. Oh, that was crappy. Oh yeah, there you go, Keanu Reeves. Yeah, now you're talking. Jackie Chan doesn't. Yeah, no, he doesn't. He is a Jedi. If they did a new Lego movie, what property would they choose? I.e., Batman. I mean, they did already Lego Batman, and I thought it was fantastic, but I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. How dare you? How dare you? Keanu Reeves is a treasure. Speaking of Nirvana, I know he would have been older now, but I always thought Heath Ledger would have made a great Kurt Cobain. Did you guys see when Jared Leto posed as Kurt Cobain? Holy shit. I mean, I know Jared Leto is he's like too pretty to play Kurt Cobain, but he kind of pulled it off. Go look it up. Go Google it. He did some kind of photo where he looked like he looked like Kurt Cobain. I actually have a Kurt Cobain poster on my wall. It's a black and white one where he's holding an acoustic guitar and he's taking a puff of a cigarette. It's a great poster. I've actually bought it twice. I had it once and it got fucked up and I bought it again because I just love that fucking poster. I actually saw the Nirvana reunion a couple years ago, Cal Jam over here. I mean, obviously there's no Kurt Cobain, but Pat Smear and Chris Novoselic showed up and they played Nirvana songs. Of course, Dave Grohl was on the drums. Foo Fighters, yeah, it was fucking awesome. Don't kill me, but I think Brie Larson could play. No. People would fucking storm the streets, dude. I mean, hey, if you like that, that's fine, but no. People would lose their shit. And I guarantee you if they do a live action version of her, yeah, it's not going to be a white girl. Yeah, because people would really lose their shit if it's a white girl. Mel Gibson is better director than... Oh, well, shut the fuck up. If you're talking about directing, then okay. I'm just talking about person. Yeah, Kurt wasn't ugly. He was a good-looking dude. Yeah, you got it right there, Symphony. You know what? I have my suspicions. I do. I have my suspicions, man. I really do. Who's 30? I don't even know what you're talking about. Brandon Lee. Hey, Brandon Lee, man. I mean, rest in peace. My God. Cheers. He died on the set. Yeah, he could have been a good Johnny Cage. He would have been a great Johnny Cage, to be honest. Oh, is that what it was? Oh, it was a whole video. Oh, wow. I just saw the image. Or did I see the video? Man, I can't even remember. But, yeah. And sit and drink Penny Royal tea. Sorry. Now I'm singing like Kurt Cobain. Vodka's really kicking in. Should get the voice actress to play her in live action. I don't even know what she looks like. I mean, if she looks like her, fuck it. Let her do it. Jared Leto ages super slow. Yeah, no, I think he is a vampire. Like an actual... I think he does feed on fucking human blood. So he's perfect. I mean, he's 50 years old, and he looks like he still looks like he's 25. Oh my God. Jeez. Man, an hour and 10 minutes in, Mr. Stephen Colbert joins the party. I'm starting to lose faith, man. She fall asleep?
Yeah, we put on the master, and
Yeah.
I normally she's out in like 20 minutes, and she was like actually super into it, and so she stayed up for a while longer, but not the whole time.
What were you watching?
Yeah. So I was like, oh, he's probably not going to go much longer, but why not?
Yeah, well, I mean, we can go for a little bit longer. It's fine. The Laker game's still on. What were you watching?
The Master.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good movie, of course.
Yeah, actually, it's hilarious because we watched the scene where. Have you ever seen it?
Yeah.
So the scene where that guy John Moore confronts him at the party, he's like starts questioning his thing. He's telling him like, "Oh, well, it's not quite the way you see it," or "I don't know if I believe in time travel or whatever." And then all of a sudden he jumps to like, "I'm not going to let some club come in here and tell me what to believe." And I was like, "Oh, that's a funny choice of words."
Hey, right? Yeah, man.
It's like, "Oh wow, that sounds
a little familiar.
like weirdly familiar."
Yeah, I know, man. I mean, I had a couple people in here going like, "Hey, what's up with certain things going on here?" And I'm like, "Come on, guys, really? You're gonna believe
Whoever knows.
that shit?" Yeah, stop stealing money, Steven. I don't know how you were capable of stealing money, but yeah, apparently that's what some people were like going, "What the fuck? What's going on with that?" I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" Luckily, one of the people that was saying that, I don't think he's not here anymore. I didn't block him, but I was threatening. I'm like, "Dude, come on, man. If you're gonna keep saying this bullshit, stop it."
Well, I mean, I don't even address that stuff anymore.
Yeah, I mean,
Because it's
if
like,
you want to shine some light on the little thing, I already kind of did. I mean, obviously, people know about certain things. It was like, obviously, when it came to SnyderCut.com, right? You helped create the page.
yeah, we talked about it on the Vodka stream way back when.
We have before.
And there were people that were like, "Hey, this serves a purpose that isn't being satisfied elsewhere."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Well, I don't want my name on it because
It
people
was
freak out about this stuff." And so,
yeah, there was a survey on it. I've even talked about it before, even on podcasts. I'm like, go to this and fill out. There's a survey.
yeah. So I built a page, and actually I built it in a way that see, it's funny. You can always tell like these people don't even do their homework because like the pages and everything that is built is not a substitute for anything else that's out there. Like
Yeah.
I'm like it's not competing with SnyderCut.com. It's
Yeah.
structured exclusively to have strong SEO value, and the donations go to social media ads, and it funnels people onto the site where they sign up for a newsletter. And as was shown as a success with the campaign yesterday, they had a bunch of people. Like I'm not even running that with social media and stuff anymore. So I built it for them.
I'm like, you're not even running it. You helped create it. You got it going.
But I'm pretty proud of it because it's like self functioning. But they there was a number I saw of videos came in that had been emailed in from people that aren't even on social media, just showing there's a passionate segment of the fan base that's that just isn't being served. And so it was really cool to see. There was one from some kid did like a TikTok style video that was going around.
A lot of quick edits.
Yeah, exactly. That was hilarious, and that came from the newsletter. He's not on Twitter. He's not on Facebook. He's not on Instagram, whatever. And he sent that in for their campaign. So anyway, yeah, no, it's hilarious. And the reason I don't even address it is because it's self-defeating. It's the same thing as the Wikipedia stuff. Just go read the edit history. Yes, I made edits a long time ago. None of them are present anymore, and my account doesn't even have enough. They forced the editors to lock the page down because they were threatening. Like there was a tweet that said, like, if these changes aren't fixed, we are going to send our members to fix it. And so when the Wikipedia editors saw that, they're like, well, that's brigading, so we're going to lock the page. So now, unless you have like 10,000 edits as an editor, you're not allowed to touch it. And my account has like 30 maybe.
Yeah.
And so it's funny, like he's running the Wikipedia page. Just look at the
Well,
edit history, or look at SnyderCut.com, or look at any
yeah.
of this stuff, and like do any research beyond like whatever the bare minimum is, and it's obvious. So
Well, I
anyway,
mean,
that's why I don't go into it all the
but it's
time,
also
because
obvious you're trying to destroy the movement, Stephen. That's what you're
clearly, yeah, there's
clearly
all sorts of
clearly trying
propaganda.
to destroy the movement, just like I've been trying to destroy the movement as well.
Exactly.
With anything that I put out there, like, oh my God, how dare I say, maybe the
Right.
VFX aren't fully finished. My God, how dare me say that?
Yeah, it's not like Snyder has said that, or the
No, not
VFX
at all.
supervisors have said
Or
that, or
Leanos or anybody else. I know it's just it's all been it's been interesting. I mean, we sometimes we just get to the point where it's like, can we just get this thing to come out already? I mean, obviously it's going to take time. We have talked where it's like, yeah, prepare for the long haul.
I said, Will Rowlands has proof of your Twitter edits. Yeah, that's great. Go look at the edit history. Like, it's public. Wikipedia is publicly edited. There is an edit history that says everything that has been changed about the page. So anyway, I'm not.
Yeah, it's all there. There's a digital footprint for everything. Go ahead.
And you can check the accounts of the people that made the edits to go back and look at what they've done in the past to see if is that a burner account or is it not a burner account. And anyway, so if people were actually bringing forward actual arguments and evidence, then there's something to respond to. But if someone's going to come and make lies and it's obvious they're not interested in the truth, I have no reason to like respond to that. I've tried before, and
It never
they
worked.
don't listen. So
Yeah, I mean,
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter anyway. Like,
yeah,
I'm ended by these scathing exposures of my my underhanded actions or whatever. Like,
yeah. I mean, it's
I lost all my followers.
yeah, you did, right? Yeah, I'm sure, like a punch, right? And that's what I even said on my podcast. I was like, when it comes to like some of this stuff, when it came to like last year, I would say before like maybe October or something like that, there was times where I engaged in the shit where I was like, fuck it, let's do this. And then, I even had somebody come on here, like, let's debate about this. Let's do this. Let's do that. And then it just came to a point where it's like, I'm exhausted. You're exhausted. We're all exhausted trying to like engage with these people. We just stop. Let's just take a step back. Let's get out of the Thunderdome. Let's get into the stands. And I'm not even talking about like floor level seating. Let's just get up to the upper deck and just kind of like relax. And then what I've noticed since we've done that, and I'm not talking about us, and I'm talking about Garza, specifically Garza, because Garza has been known as a shit starter. We know this. He's gone out there.
I think he'd proudly admit it.
Yeah, he proudly admits that he's done that. But he's also taken a big step back. We all took a big step back because we realized, okay, maybe we shouldn't do that. Let's see what happens. And then what happens? People are still fighting with each other. People are still going after each other. It's still nonstop. And I'm like, what the fuck? I still see 40 Club so many times. And I'm like, but it's not even directed at me. And
I don't even know who most of these people
started the fucking thing.
Yeah, I don't even know who most of these people are.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like okay, it's still going on. People are still fighting with each other, and we're not involved. So maybe we weren't the problem.
Yeah,
maybe we weren't exactly the problem.
Yeah, no, it's ridiculous, and and yeah, it got to the point where I used to engage more. I used to think that I could change people's minds, that I could kind of help them. And some people could, like some people, if they actually are legitimately interested, they'll email or they'll DM me or they'll reach out. But you can tell if somebody has like if someone has like is engaging in good faith. They'll say, hey, can you explain this or whatever.
Yeah.
But if you get someone, they'll quote tweet you and be like, can you explain these slanderous actions, sir? I'm like, I don't feel like you're.
Like, if they're gonna quote tweet you, that means they're not in it for that. Oh man, Lakers are really gonna lose this game. That sucks, man. Shit. Sorry, I didn't mean to like deviate from the whole fucking thing.
No, it's fine. But I mean, you reach a certain point where it's either they're either too stupid to understand or they're maliciously feigning ignorance, and either of those cases isn't worth my time.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, the biggest controversy I got into was like, I was supporting the Zack Snyder's daughter like jokes or something like that, or I was supporting, yeah. And I kept on like I remember that I took a day and I was like, please show me where I did this, and I could not get any screenshots, anything that provided proof that I was actually doing this. And then it's just like that was like my final whole thing with that. I was like, all right, a lot of these guys just don't have proof. They're just talking out of their asses, and you know what? I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing. Obviously, my audience keeps on growing. I'm not losing. Yeah, I mean, obviously it'll fluctuate as you look at your followers. Yeah, it fluctuates, but the most part, it's always on an incline because generally people just want to know information. And if they like your stuff, they like your stuff. And I wonder about some of these other people who are like, hey, why is your audience not growing when you're claiming that you're like.
Well, and they've been at it for like they've either been suspended 100 times or they've been at it forever and their audience doesn't grow.
And I don't understand, how is that productive? How is that, it's counterproductive.
Yeah, exactly. Well, they say they're not in it for the audience growth, but I mean,
that's what I don't understand. It's like we're supposed to get more and more people involved in this thing. That's why, like, when it comes to like even like RT Snyder Cut, obviously when that started, before people kind of started going, who's behind this thing? But people were like, oh, hey, here's a fucking unbiased username that is all about Snyder Cut stuff. I'm gonna follow. I mean, that's why they have over 20,000 subscribers, because people are like, I don't want to be involved with all the bullshit. I just want some.
Exactly. Well, that's like the value, and that's the value of anonymity. And like, I understand why people want it to be exposed, because there's been some weird stuff that has happened recently where people are like, okay, I don't know if I can trust.
Yeah.
Like they went after Henry Cavill and his agent, and like, I don't know, the definition of what is and isn't harassment is always up for debate, and so I'm cautious to throw that around. But they've blocked people for questioning them and different stuff like that, and so people get suspicious because they're curious if it's being run by someone who doesn't have the movement's best interest at heart.
Yeah,
and
I even got in it with them at one point when I was like, "Whoa, relax, man!" And then I realized, I'm like, "Oh, okay, I know who this is."
Yeah,
and that's why I was like, "All right, I'm not gonna like be involved with some of this stuff." I mean,
exactly.
Yeah,
well, and it's a good thing. I think it's a really good thing to have a central account like that. And I even think RT Snyder Cut does a great job of that most of the time.
Most of the time.
The thing that I think, as a result, though, not the count itself, but as a result, people have turned it into a gatekeeping thing. And I'm not saying the account itself necessarily gatekeeps. I think that's one of the things that it's done a better job of. Whoever runs it. But you see really really interesting stuff where like the whole with the poster contest, and then the that Henry Cavill video, not contest but campaign, from yesterday or the day before, and there's like all these people start coming at the, like, why isn't this going through RT Snyder Cut? RT Snyder Cut is like the official or the central account. Everything should go through there. And I think both of those there's been like, what, 500 posters or something posted around that, and I'm sure there's even a bigger backlog. And then I have no idea how many videos are posted, but they're all over my feed for the Henry Cavill thing. And I guess the posters had a little bit of support from RT Snyder Cut, but they weren't supporting the Twitter account. They were just supporting the Vero account, which was weird. But
it gets all.
But I think what it shows, though, is that there's a perception. It went from like it's a fan driven thing, and like that's the whole thing about the hashtag. Like you don't need it started with the petition, right? And the petition was a central place for all fans. And the thing that a lot of people don't realize about the petition is that with change.org, the way that works, that's actually a mailing list. That was a newsletter of 180,000 people that was created immediately after Justice League initially came out, and that's gone. And so RT Snyder Cut is the closest thing that has been built since then, that has gotten anywhere even, I don't want to say close to the number, it's not there yet, but it's the biggest centralized source that has gotten there. But what people also don't realize is it wasn't RT Snyder Cut. This is not a criticism against them, but it wasn't, that account didn't have 1 million retweets on November 17th. It was the hashtag. The hashtag is the fans. So it's the fans that do all this stuff. the SnyderCut.com account is like 300 followers or something like that, but they were able to get, I don't know, I would be shocked if they had 100 videos from that campaign the other day. Or like you've got the posters, for example, but there's been hundreds and hundreds of posters submitted, and this is all accomplished through the hashtag, through the fans driving it. And yes, it's great for communication, for PR, for some organization to have those centralized accounts. But the second you make those centralized accounts the gatekeepers of what should and shouldn't happen, or what can and can't happen, it's no longer a fandom. It's a I don't know. I don't know what I don't want to start throwing words around, but like that's that's not what that is supposed to be for. It's not a leader. It's a rallying point, and I think most people are really good about that. What we're really talking about here is like a handful of trolls
Yeah.
who I think you can tell with like language patterns and stuff. A bunch of them have burner accounts or whatever, but even so, I think there's like 20 people max that that come after me like aggressively about this stuff.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, we've got RT Standard Cut has 22,000 people. We know there's thousands of people off of Twitter that support it. And so, as someone who surprise supports Snyder and the release of his movie, I don't need to get distracted. I don't throw your pearls before swine. I don't need to be distracted by 20 people who are trying to slander me and distract me and whatever, and get caught up arguing with them when there's so many better ways. Even if it's not Snyder Cut related, there's so many better ways to spend my time than arguing with someone who has no intention of understanding the truth or
Yeah.
spreading the truth
Yeah.
or anything. It's just 100% a time suck, and people see it too.
Oh, yeah.
That's why every time this stuff blows up, you gain. I gained followers because immediately the second people started trying to call me out, I had a huge influx of followers. Or when the blockchain thing was going around a few weeks ago, who's that account started taunting Vinaldo, and then I can't remember who it was. Maintario, I think
Mm.
that guy
Yeah.
from Australia, um, and he forced the blockchain to happen, or however that occurred. But he ended up gaining like over 100 followers from that whole thing. So like people are watching and they know who is who and what's what, and you notice that there tends to be swings like that. And so why focus on the handful of negative people when it's clear based on um, the larger um, kind of trends in fandom, that we're just talking about a vocal minority.
Yeah. Yeah, it's it's pretty nutty. I mean, especially since like I said, taking a step back, and then all of a sudden you see things, and then you kind of just go, "Wow, okay." Well, first off, before even that, the Snyder Cut, the .com stuff happened. I mean, there was infighting happening before. Like I said, before that, with people that we've talked to, and all of a sudden it's like, I mean, we've literally had people go like, "Hey man, just relax. You have a big following, this relax." I'm like, yeah, we have a big following. We have a platform that we could use. So why the fuck is this vocal minority, like, why are you defending them?
Mhm.
I always thought like, I'm always about like, hey, somebody comes
Well,
to
and
DMs.
those same people that were the problem are the ones that are now
Yeah,
turning on the people that were saying, "Hey."
exactly.
So it's
But
like, you know what? Yeah.
I'm like always going like, okay, like, hey, if you want to utilize me for something, it's like, yes, I have a platform, you know, instead of just criticizing me for like clout or for viewers or for ad money. I'm like, no, just if you need, I have a platform. I have over 30,000 subscribers. I have over 6,000 or 6,500 followers on Twitter. Utilize me. I mean, that's
That
why.
was the other hilarious thing. If you want to see how much of a lie this whole they do it for clout thing is, I obviously went to great extents to stop my name from being associated with all this SnyderCut.com stuff.
Yeah.
A, because wasn't going to be the one that was running the whole thing,
Yeah.
but B, because that's not the point. It's not. It was intended to be be something that people could follow, not because of who it was, but because of what it stood for or what it said. And so it's hilarious because people go and they dig down into this survey form that's connected to my Google account, so it's got my name on it. And then it didn't take like 5 minutes before they were like, he just wants clout. He just wants to take credit for all the success of the movement. I'm like, I went through extreme lengths, and my name was, and this was all running for like 7
months
or 8 months, 9 months.
Yes.
Before anybody even found out about it.
I mean,
and they're the ones that blew my name up about it. Like, and so
you didn't want to do it.
I tried my damnedest to not have anything to do with that.
And it was funny. It was funny too, because anytime that I would talk about like, hey, let's try to instead of just doing the Twitter analytics, there's got to be other ways to get analytics. And I remember you told me about SnyderCut.com. You told me what you were doing with it. I didn't say anything about it. I might have, like, on a podcast or even on here, mentioned SnyderCut.com, but I didn't associate you to it. But the fact that you had the survey where you ask questions, how often do you talk about it? How this, that, and this, submitting all that, it was another way to gather analytics. But I'd always hinted that I'm like, we need to gather analytics on other things besides the tweeting.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and just as an example of like how big the movement actually is outside of Twitter, and how much a lot of people are actually paying attention. This was running for 9 months. Most of it's happening off Twitter. It's one of the #1 Google results for Snyder Cut.
Yeah.
It gets I think a few hundred hits a day from Google, and then that's in addition to like Google ads and Instagram ads and whatever, depending on, they run depending on whether or not there's donations going through. And every once in a while you'd see someone like on Instagram or Twitter be like, oh, hey, I got an ad or whatever. But these are things that were getting like thousands of impressions and getting, people to sign up or express interest and stuff. And yet people on Twitter have like no idea it's going on. It's like, okay, so what does that tell you about this bubble of 22,000 plus people? Presuming, not everybody even subscribes to that, to the main account. Exactly. But you've got all these, tens of thousands of people on Twitter, and like totally unaware that there's this platform that's out there that's actively marketing and advertising to people about all this stuff. And it's the fact that it kind of went under noses for that long, I think says a lot about, there's more out there. There's so much more out there to be.
Exactly. And that's pretty much what the basis of the website I thought was like, hey, okay, you're going to start a page. There's this idea of a page. Let's have it where people can fill out a survey, and then we can gather, there could be gathered analytics that show, okay, it's people that are not on Twitter or not on social media that just like find, well, I mean, obviously they find it mainly on social media, but I'm just saying you gather analytics without using Twitter analytics or whatever the fuck, I mean, we were always, I mean, that was part of the whole thing of like taking the sign out to D23 or to Comic-Con, get people, just to spread the word, not just by tweeting the hashtag.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and once again, it's a disingenuous argument, because even the people that criticized that, because like there weren't enough people that talked to you in the video, they're full of it, because those are the same people that will turn around and be like, oh, look at this article that was published about this other billboard that we did or whatever. Well, meanwhile, your video had like over 10,000 views. I don't know how many it has now.
I don't know.
But I mean, the point is it's getting attention. And so, they're talking out of both sides of their mouth, because they'll be like, oh, that was unsuccessful because it didn't get this coverage or didn't accomplish these arbitrary standards. And then they'll hold up something else and they're like, this is an example of success, when it did exactly the same thing that they're claiming that yours didn't. And so at that point, the question is okay, so is this like an actual debate that's happening here, or are we just fabricating arbitrary standards by which to discredit one person and credit another one? And not that it's about credit, but the point is it's about, if you're being dragged down by something that's a double standard, that person has no interest in the truth. They just want you discredited for whatever reason. And so, no reason to sink any energy into disproving them because they're going to keep doing it anyway. And all you're doing by even acknowledging them is drawing attention to whatever lies they're spreading. So, if they're going to scream into a void or scream to their audience of 20 people they haven't blocked, or haven't blocked them about, or sorry, should I say 40 people? Then let them do that. They're gonna be chanting, chanting against you anyway. So let them be preoccupied with that.
Yeah, when it comes to when this thing fucking gets released, it's like, I mean, are they expecting a plaque with names on it? Like, this is why this got released. Here you go. Here's your golden fucking plaque that you can hang up on your wall. No, that's not going to be the case. I mean, when it comes to the case, when Zack Snyder thanks his fans, he's going to thank his fans. That includes all of us. Okay, we're all fucking fans. We all want to see this movie get out. The fuckery that happened with this movie. We all want to see what was intended to get out there, okay, and then it's just weird how how it all turned. Like it's how it, like I even said in my podcast too, like it got divided up into like almost like gangs. Like people are naming their gangs. Oh, you got the Spartans right here. You got Spirit Demons. It's like, what the fuck? And then we're named the 40 Club. And I'm like, we didn't even give us that. They gave us that name. We don't fucking call ourselves that. We're just fucking guys that are like trying to relay information. We didn't call ourselves a fucking group of something. It's very, very, very odd. Very odd how it all came to be. But it's all just tribalistic. That's what it comes down to. It's just tribalistic. That's why it's all, I don't know. It's frustrating.
Yeah.
I'm getting to.
Yeah, I agree. Well, and I don't know that we need to, or people are saying it's boring in the chat. Once again, I think as evidence that not everybody is a part of that bubble and even aware or cares about the drama.
I think we were just trying to clear the air a little bit there. Sorry, guys. I mean, it's whatever. We're just some of the stuff that we're dealing with, that we see. And this was just like a recent topic. And like I said, it was a topic in here where it was like pissing me off because there was literally people going, "What's this about Colbert stealing money?" I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me? How?
Stealing?
Yeah, how?" Like
I was sneaking into everybody's bedroom and taking their piggy bank in the middle of the night.
Hacking into AFSP or hacking into any of the fucking GoFundMe's. That's it. All you did was set up a web page and you put if you want to donate.
Rule of thumb in general, and this goes for everything. This goes for all those dumb little movie pages on Twitter that are trying to get followers. This goes for hell, for any site. If I publish anything, check the links that I use. If I post a screenshot, go find the original source of it. If someone's making a claim, they post a screenshot proving something, go find out where it came from. Check the original. 90% of the time, this stuff is like this. Sorry to put you on blast here, Dave, but like this thing about the Knight of Ren saying that Kylo Ren.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you I saw a bunch of people tweeted that, so not specifically you.
Yeah,
I just know that you did.
Saw it and I put what?
Yeah.
Like I was like, what is this?
But
clarify.
Like that guy isn't like he's not one of the credited Knights of Ren. And what he even says in the video is he says something like, "Oh yeah, what the rumor is that this is what happened." So he's not even really in the know on it, besides the fact that there's no evidence that he was actually a Knight of Ren. But now you've got these little accounts out on Twitter that are like, one of the Knights of Ren confirms that the original
Rey was gonna stay dead.
Okay, so you see that? Stop retweeting those guys. Stop following those accounts.
Yep.
They go check the original source, and and that, cause I see that happen all the time, especially with screenshots. You see a tweet, someone posted a screenshot of a tweet that says something that you're like, that's weird.
Yeah.
You learn how to use. If you don't know how to use the advanced search functions in the Twitter search bar, just Google Twitter advanced search. It lets you search by account with keywords. Go use the keywords to look up the original. It's not that hard. I know. Go look up the original tweet. Look at the context in the thread, and then okay, yeah, that was actually bad, or like, oh, that's weird that they would pull that specific tweet out of that otherwise innocuous conversation.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know. I guess I'm expecting people to do too much work, but
you expect way too much out of people, Steven. That's what happened. I mean, there's a particular account on Twitter who I've actually DM'd with, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck, man? Stop. and I'm not going to say who it is because, I'm just not going to be that person, but they actually told me like, hey, it's just hard to get followers. So I just try to put out anything I can. I'm like, yeah, but you're not going to get it by putting out bullshit. Do your fucking due diligence. If you really want to get a following, you have to do your research. You hear something, don't just like take it from a comment underneath something else. I mean, literally, there was something that came out from a comment underneath a post on Facebook, and they took that and ran with it. And I went, that's not how you fucking do this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, stop it. Just fucking stop it, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
But, sorry, Eric. I know you were asking about Jim Lee and Sean O'Connell. What is this? Yeah, I guess Sean O'Connell talking about Jim Lee. What the hell?
Yeah.
He asked it about 3 million times. This right here. What are your thoughts on Sean O'Connell's mentioning off record of Jim Lee?
That's off the record.
Yeah. What? Yeah, I'm sure they talked about shit. I mean, Jim Lee knows shit. Jim Lee drew shit. Okay? He drew some shit. And hey, if it, like I said many times, if they were going to put Snyder's Superman 5-part story arc in graphic novel form, I would want Jim Lee to draw it because guess what? He knows a lot about shit, I guess you could say. But
when it comes to stuff like that, you're not going to hear Jim Lee's thoughts on the matter until Warner Brothers and DC is ready for you to hear Jim Lee's thoughts on the matter.
Yeah, exactly.
Which isn't going to happen until there's something official coming. Yeah. So, so if it's an off the record chat, then it's an off the record chat. That's cool that he had that, but we're not going to find anything out about it, and it doesn't mean anything in and of itself until they are ready to publish it in the trades or wherever.
Yeah. I mean, I tell you what, man. Well, off the subject, when do you think we're going to get the bat suit?
I bet we're going to get it this week in a bad set photo.
You think so?
And he's going to not have the cape. He's going to have mocap dots on his shoulders.
Stop it.
And he's going to be wearing white tennis shoes and shorts because it's going to be a chest up shot. And it's going to go all over the internet. They're going to say it's the worst. Why did they get rid of Ben Affleck?
Yeah.
How dare they? The snakes. And then around Comic-Con, we're finally going to get a full shot. That's how that works, right?
Yeah, pretty much. What do you think, though? What do you think it's going to look like? What do you think Matt Reeves is really going to be going for here?
Man, I have no idea. I've gone so back and forth on that.
I know. We've discussed if is he going to take the 66 Batman aesthetic and put it into a modern day dark story, which I'm very intrigued by. If he were to do that, I could see that maybe work. I don't know. I have faith in Matt Reeves, but I'm just like,
well, the thing about Matt Reeves that I think is the most important thing to understand about him as a director is his ability to play with genre and tone.
Yeah.
Like you look at if we're talking about 66 Batman, right? What more perfect of a comparison is there than like Planet of the Apes, the original Planet of the Apes, right? And then you look at what he took that concept and then he made the new Planet of the Apes trilogy. And Dawn of the Planet of the Apes is one of my top 10 movies. I don't like top 10 because it fluctuates, but like Dawn of the Planet of the Apes is like one of the best theatrical experiences I've ever had. I think that movie is absolutely brilliant. I think it gets credit for being brilliant, but not nearly enough.
Yeah.
And if he can do with Batman the same thing he did with Planet of the Apes, he can do whatever he wants.
We're in for something.
So I mean, I don't know. So we've heard a lot of like the Long Halloween, Dark Victory inspiration, but that could just be story. I have heard he's made some Batman 66 teases, and I've heard that maybe he is interested in that sort of Batman 66 approach. Eric said, does that mean he'll have Shark Replant bat spray? No, not necessarily. That just means that he'll have I've been trying to think of like a similar movie comparison, but it'd be like if you imagined, I don't know, it would be like maybe the Batmobile will look similar, but it'd be more like a Frank Miller kind of or like a who'd be the best, like a Grant Morrison. Read any Grant Morrison Batman comics.
There you go.
And the way he brings in this old classic Batman stuff. He'll
I
bring
mean,
in this stuff that like.
but then there's also Batman the Animated Series. I mean, if you look at okay, so take Batman the Animated Series and then take like the Superman animated series or whatever. You know, look at how, and then they had Batman and Superman, you know, I guess in the animated series. Look at how they portrayed Gotham and how they portrayed Metropolis. Metropolis was very much futuristic almost, you know, like when you see the skyline, you're like, wow, that's almost like futuristic looking. Everything was a lot more modern. But then you watch Batman the Animated Series, everything's kind of like, you know, I mean, look at what they're driving. I mean, you know, Alfred is driving Bruce Wayne in like an old Rolls Royce, you know, or something like that. You know,
when the villains are like shooting laser guns.
Yeah, you know, you know. So I'm
imagine doing that in live action.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm hoping like.
And I think people are thinking too much in the like Nolan kind of Snyder range, where it's this very grounded.
And then I almost think about like look at Dick Tracy, the old Dick Tracy movie that Warren Beatty.
Dick Tracy is a really good example.
Exactly. What if they took the 66 Batman aesthetic and put it kind of in that
or like almost like this is I don't know if it's a bad example, but like look at something like Sin City.
Yeah,
you've got that. Now, no, it's not going to be nearly that stylized or nearly that dark or whatever, but you've got that stuff where they're like there's anachronisms and like anachronistic futurisms like layered on top of each other. And I think that that's something that Reeves could really pull off in a super cool way.
The movie that bombed.
Read any Batman comic, any dark Batman comic where there's a giant penny and a dinosaur in the Batcave.
Exactly.
Like that's the kind of thing that I think we'll get. Like imagine like the Snyder Batcave, but it's got a giant penny and a dinosaur in it.
Well, remember the movie of The World of Tomorrow? What was that movie with Jude Law, Gwyneth Paltrow?
Yeah, Sky Captain.
Yeah.
Sky Captain of the World of Tomorrow.
Yeah, Sky Captain. There you go. I mean, I remember I watched that probably like last year sometime because I don't know. I saw it in something. I was like, I'm gonna watch this again. I'm like, I mean, that movie bombed like crazy, but I really respected what the director was going for. It was like it was supposed to be 40s, 50s, World War II-esque kind of style, but in a future world. I really like, you know, I don't know. I just enjoyed the world that he was trying to build, and it just for some reason didn't work. Maybe it would work nowadays. I don't know. And I kind of hope that Matt Reeves kind of does that.
Well, also it'll separate it. That's in my mind, the best way to separate it from everything else. If that world has that sort of retrofuturism kind of feel to it.
Yeah.
Like you said, where like the Batmobile is like a rocket ship, but the car is like an old school Rolls Royce and like that kind of, but it all exists simultaneously. Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see, like when we finally get actual promo shots. I mean, who knows? I mean, the bat suit's probably going to be the first thing we get, obviously, but it's just, I don't know. It's just going to be, Twitter is going to be a lot of fun. That's for sure that day, because there's going to be people that are going to shit all over it. There's going to be people that are going to praise it. I'm hopefully gonna love it. I'm pretty sure I'm going to. I have trust in Matt Reeves.
We haven't even, I mean, it's been boiling for a long time, but I think there's the suit. I don't know. My expectation is that it's going to be hard to criticize the suit. I'm sure there'll be preferential things like, oh no, what if it's got something that resembles underwear, or like what if the belt is too yellow, or the ears are too pointy. I mean, or the eyes are white or aren't white. Like, you know, you're going to have factions on all of that stuff. But I think the biggest thing that people are going to latch onto in comparison to previous Batman iterations is his build.
Yeah.
I think there'll probably be a lot of talk because I think he's going to be a little more lanky than. But there's been some really cool looking like lanky Batman designs. I mean, Long Halloween was kind of like that, right? Long Halloween was a really kind of slim, sort of take.
I know that's the one thing like I keep on seeing. Oh, he needs to bulk up more. He needs to bulk up more. I'm like, does he really? I mean, this is a younger Batman. I mean, not even. I mean, Christian Bale. When it came to,
I mean, he was pretty big.
It seemed like Christian Bale in Batman Begins was a lot more pumped up than he was in Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah.
Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises, he seemed like he was like, he was still trim and ripped, but he wasn't as like huge. It seems like Batman Begins, he was like pumped up. And then in the other one, and it's like, we don't need, I mean, when Ben Affleck's Batman, obviously Snyder was going for the Dark Knight Returns aesthetic, and if you look at that aesthetic, he was a big fucking motherfucker.
That's he's got to be, because you're not as fast at that age. You've got to pump it when you're older, because you're not as agile.
Exactly.
You're just, I mean, like I don't know if it's a weird example. It's a pretty good example, I guess. Look at the Rocky movies.
Yeah.
Where like in the later Rocky movies where he's like old.
Yeah.
Or Rambo even. He's just a brute. Not that he's not big in the earlier ones, but when you're like he's not about to, like, when you're that old, you're not about to run through the jungle for a couple miles. You're gonna stay put and take a beating. So you got to be big.
Realize just like we're gonna have a more ninja style, I guess, Batman. Yeah. More stealthy type Batman. I mean, say what you want about all that, but I mean, it's like when I hear people like he needs to be bigger, I'm like, does he really? No, he doesn't need.
Yeah.
Robert Pattinson. I mean, we've seen images of him for doing photo shoots and everything. I mean, the guy's already been like pretty ripped. I mean, just maybe like 5-10 more pounds of muscle, if that. It doesn't need to be 30
well, pounds. Even Affleck's bat suit was padded.
Exactly. Exactly. Everything's padded.
Well, and spoiler alert, Affleck, there was the Snyder Bible just tweeted about Rich Citrone in the warehouse scene. He was 55 when he did that. Did you know that? Or 53? Something 53.
Like that?
Yeah. But you start talking about like physique and all that kind of stuff. A, the suit's going to be padded. B, he's going to have a stunt double in the suit. I don't know. The talk like that is always so, Ben Affleck didn't do the warehouse scene.
I know. It's funny because I think people just really get so engrossed with everything where it's like, oh no, the actor really has to like embody everything about the character. It's like, no, they can do as much as they can within reasonable, reach. There's no way that, like I said, that whole warehouse scene, like, Ben Affleck's in 10% of that. I mean, it's only with like close-ups and stuff like that you see. Yeah. Like all the fighting, none of that fighting is Ben Affleck at all. It's all like Rich.
Yeah, I mean, like reaction shots are, but yeah, I mean, he's not doing like the full-on choreography. He's doing just the shots where you can see his face or see a reaction from him.
Exactly. So I mean, people need to get certain things that are there. I'm sure Pattinson's going to try to do as much as he can. He seems like one of those actors that really just delves deep into a role. He gets into it, I mean, that's what I always tell people. Forget the Twilight shit. Watch his indie stuff. You'll see that this guy really just consumes what he's doing on the screen.
Yeah. Well, but also using a stunt double is not a weakness.
No.
Either. There are things that stunt doubles can do, and you can even use a variety of stunt doubles depending on the there's different stunt doubles for different types of stunts or actions. There's stunt doubles who, like, their job, like their expertise is like taking a punch or being hit by a car or whatever, whereas others are more like parkour or action or whatever. And quite frankly, like if I'm not going to see his face, if he's not emoting, I'd rather whoever is most suitable for the action be doing the shot, because Batman is not, he can't do stuff that, like, he is superior to any human that is going to be capable of playing him, because he's a comic book character. So go ahead and use a variety of humans to portray him in order to get peak at every area.
I mean, that must be like, I mean, as much as it's such a grueling task to take on being Batman, because the character of Batman transcends anybody who's under the cowl. I mean, it doesn't matter who is playing Batman. The character like transcends that person. You can have The Rock play. You have Dwayne Johnson play Batman, and guess what? The character still transcends The Rock. But the fact that he's covered except for this right here, it's like you could do so much. I mean, that's probably like, when they were like, maybe when Snyder was pitching it was like, yeah, you don't have to do like a lot. Yeah, we're gonna get you in the shape. We're gonna give you that fucking montage of you like, oiled up and in shape. We'll get you in shape, but you're not gonna have to do like a bunch of fucking physical stuff. We'll have you, train with somebody to do like some punches and maybe some kicks, but we're gonna have like this complete stunt team that's gonna do it for you. You're fine. It must be a lot easier to do that with Batman, because you're completely covered.
Well, like look at The Mandalorian. Pedro
Right.
Pascal was only on set for like a couple episodes.
Well, I heard
Um,
that one episode that was directed by Bryce
Bryce
Dallas
Dallas
Howard.
Howard.
Apparently, she was like, I never worked with him.
Yeah,
He had to do something else. It was completely with the double. And it's like,
yeah.
that must be nice, And you could even kind of tell too, because Pedro Pascal has a certain walk. I paid attention. He has a strut to him, and
Yeah.
sometimes you can notice, like specifically in that episode, I was like, he's. I think they probably like try to match walks, but no, you're not walking like Pedro Pascal there, buddy.
Yeah.
I noticed stupid shit like that, but yeah, it's just me.
Yeah, exactly. No, but like one of the stunt doubles that did him was a this he's one of the I think he was in the warehouse scene, but he's done a bunch of Snyder stuff.
Yeah,
Is Lateef Crowder
that's awesome.
Crowder DeSantos, and if you go check him out on Instagram, he's got a bunch of
Do
cool.
it. I mean, the stunt
But
people don't get enough recognition, man. I tell
oh
you.
yeah, no, yeah. I mean, you want to.
I said that to Rich at the Snyder event. When I shook his hand, I'm like, "Hey, man, appreciate what you do." And I'm like, you know what? The stunt community doesn't get recognized enough. There should be an Academy Award category. There should be an Academy Award category dedicated to you guys.
People don't even get the amount of film. It's not just stunts. It's like the amount of pure filmmaking that they do. Stuff like that, like the warehouse scene. Since we're talking about that, um, I I published that stunt viz video from Damon Caro last year and a half ago. And did that interview about it. That was prepared. That the stunt viz was prepared like months ahead of time, and that's like most of the heavy lifting for that scene. It like obviously Snyder did the storyboarding and he was there to do shooting and stuff, but so much of that was done ahead of time. Or you look at Freddie, I never know how to pronounce that last name, Freddie B on Twitter. He's on Instagram also, but he posted it's like boosted something. I'm gonna have to look it up now. But he posted a picture of this Harwood script from the history lesson.
All that. It was
Freddie Busigs.
nice try.
He's at Bouciegues, but he posted a picture of the history lesson script from sometime in 2015, and because like Snyder was filming Batman v Superman at the time, and they were already doing prep on the history lesson, and that's not just like practicing stunts. That's
No.
That's coordinating the scene.
Yeah.
They're planning the action. They're creating concept videos for it. And I love Snyder. Snyder is an awesome director, and this is part of his pre-production. So this isn't even taking credit away from him by any stretch. But like by the time he like steps onto set to shoot this, these guys have been working on it for months and months and months. And then that's why you get like the stuff with Nick McKinless, for example.
Yeah.
Nick McKinless trained to be Ares for 4 months. He worked to get his body fat way down, and then he showed up and he spent I think they spent like a week in Pinewood. No, they weren't at Pinewood. They were, but wherever they were shooting the in a giant warehouse shooting the history lesson scene, and then David Thewlis like shows up for like one day, does some face cap work, does some ADR, and then gets cut from the movie anyway. And so of course McKinless is like, no, I because he put in all this work.
Yeah.
And there's some other weird stuff with credits going on there, but the point is, there's all this work that was put in by stunt teams planning, practicing, executing the scene. And then even like the warehouse scene, Snyder shot the scene, and then the second unit stuck around for like several more days to do pickup shots and extra stuff without Snyder or the main cast there. But no, all that matters is like Affleck and Snyder is like all that gets credit for that. There's Damon Caro and his team did so much work on like just that scene.
That's why it's like just so underrepresented, It's just that's what I hate about it. It's like there actually should, to me, and there should be a category in the Academy Awards for like best stunt work. I don't know, but they get like a golden popcorn for fucking MTV Movie Awards. Apparently, I mean, it's just, I don't know. They just don't get the respect that because they are literally putting their lives and their bodies on the line to make like the main actors look good. I mean, that's why I really enjoy it when actors will post, on Instagram or social media with their stunt double saying like, hey, this is so-and-so, this guy's awesome, this, that, and this. I love it when they fucking do it because they're hey, it's like, hey, this guy's making me look like a fucking superhero. It's not me doing this. I'm doing all the acting and everything like that. Yeah, of course that's difficult. That's something they can't do, but they're doing crazy shit that I will never.
It's twofold. It's one, it's doing physical things that makes it look like the actor is capable of doing those things.
Yeah.
But number two, it's taking the risk off the hands of the actor. It's allowing the actor to look that way without having to put in the effort or the risk of injury in order to accomplish that. And like I said, it's not just the performer, but you have people, you have stunt coordinators, you have fight choreographers, all these different jobs that plan the whole thing out like a dance, including vehicles and pyrotechnics and all millions of different things. Like you see all these stunt videos that come out about the Snyder stuff. That's full blown filmmaking happening there, and they're using all sorts of old school like filmmaking techniques. It's just not what we end up seeing out on the screen at the end of the day because it's all preparation work, but they put in just as much effort.
They put in so much effort, and all these actors, Dan, they're not all Tom Cruise. What can we say? That guy's just an alien. Anyways, guys, I think we're gonna wrap it up here. We're at the 2-hour mark.
Perfect.
Thank you, Steven, for joining.
Yeah, I just slip in at the end.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, I don't mind it. I appreciate you guys clicking in as always, and stuck around for this entire thing as always. And let's all just stop hating and everything. And again, cheers to Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gigi. I mean, it's pretty crazy, and the rest of the people on that helicopter. I mean, it's truly. Yeah. I mean, I'm looking at a live shot right now on ESPN, and there are people, just thousands, looks like, people at the Staples Center with like big, huge like signs and everything, and just shrines to the man. It's crazy how much of an impact that guy had on a lot of people. I mean, even with like me, I'm not a big basketball fan, but of course I knew of him and I watched him. I watched his last game. I like sports. I'm not a huge basketball fan, but I mean, he was like something else, and I feel bad for the Lakers. Now they're showing LeBron James and I don't know the other guy, but yeah, it just kind of sucks that they didn't win, and now they're kind of looking at it like, oh shit. Anyways, that's got to be awkward to do these press conferences after a fucking game, especially after a loss.
Yeah.
Anyways, but cheers to them. Cheers to all you guys, and
cheers, guys.
Till next Friday. Cheers. Ooh.